Okay, let's get into it, right? Okay, I'm gonna start. So I was on YouTube looking at you guys, and you guys did Never Have I Ever, right? So we want an update because you promised us an update. I don't know if you guys remember doing that video where you're like, Never Have I Ever. So I think the question is, I'll start with Banele.
Yeah.
Because these were your words, right? You said you have been in an open relationship. And then I think you were like, oh, I'm not sure. But those are the words you used. So
Open. What are we talking about?
I don't know. You guys were the ones. You were lit. You were playing Never Have I Ever.
The C's were who?
No. It was your own one on your own page that you guys were like taking shots.
I'm single. Right now, I'm single. I don't know about any relationship.
You're pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then there's another question that you guys asked, and you were talking about stalking your girlfriend's ex, right? And I think one of you was
My
like,
girlfriend's ex.
no, because you asked the question like, have you ever set up like a fake Instagram account to stalk like a girlfriend's ex?
Yeah.
And I think at the time you were like, no, you didn't really answer. So I just wanted to kind of ask you guys, do you guys have burner accounts?
I don't.
I've got so many different accounts. So you got like Major League Merchandise, Major League Gardens, Major League Music, our major members only. So I don't think we need to set up a burner account though.
No, but
because you just be able to go into the burner account and see what you want to see.
No, because what I'm saying though is like with your Major League account, right? You have to be careful, right? So maybe if there's someone that you like you just want to stalk, like you can't go on your, because what if you like it and it's like the Major League account? So do you have like a burner like which is like, you know, I want to see.
That's what I'm saying. If I don't want them to see Major Leagues looking, I'll go through my other social media accounts.
The merchandise and
merchandise and whatnot. Because you know in the Insta story you can see who's looking.
So it's not. I don't think it's a burner account. I just look through another account. Fine.
Oh, so that you can be like, oh, it's someone in the team, like so that they don't think it's you.
Me. But it could be someone else. Like a lot of people have their accounts.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's me.
Okay. No, that's fine. I thought you guys were going. Like, I have a burner account. I'll be
Why?
honest.
But all girls have burner accounts.
Because I wanna I use it to kind of like just check up on, you know,
what's happening.
Yeah, like.
So why can't you see your own account to check what's happening?
No, because you know I have to. You know, I don't want to show that I'm crazy.
All the girls have a burner account.
I
wonder if Beyonce has one.
Beyonce definitely has a burner account. Because the way she uses her social media.
No, it's not.
You don't think Beyonce is like in the comments?
Even Kanye West.
No, but I'm saying Beyonce. I think
she's got it. She's a lady. All these girls have it. There's no
That's
way.
why she can understand fashion trends, everything. What is she looking at?
Exactly. You think she goes with the Beyonce account to check people's fashion trends?
Obviously
what
not.
Kylie Jenner's doing. What Rihanna's doing.
She must have.
She must have. Rihanna, what about Rihanna? Do you think she's
all of them?
All of them. I don't think there's no girl who doesn't have a burner account.
Well, I'm sure there's some
girls like seeing what's happening, like the investigative.
But I don't think it's being investigative. It's just about clarifying facts.
But they don't want to be seen that it's them looking.
What do you mean clarifying? What are you clarifying?
Maybe, you know, if there's a young lady and Bandile says I'm in London and she's thinking, is he really in London? Maybe he's in Birmingham. Let me investigate.
Let me go look at this lady's things.
And then I was about to say ladies, but obviously I'm incriminating myself because I know that there'll be ladies watching thinking, speak for yourself. Because you do know that people can go through likes and be like, oh, this person always likes like Major League stuff. So let me create a burner account that I go on her Instagram to see what she's posting so that I can put 2 + 2 together.
And they're always liking each other's stuff.
You guys go so hard just to find out if I just passed. What if I just passed there in a party? Like, yo, what's up?
They have a pen account. Don't get it twisted.
That's crazy.
But ask them, let me go on your Instagram. Let me post something quickly for you. Go. You find it. All of them. There's no way.
I think you've let out a secret here. So like you say to the girl, let me, and then she's like, obviously it's Banele, here's my phone.
Yeah.
And then
Check that. Okay. You.
They probably have 5 of them.
But don't you know Instagram blocks per accounts?
yeah, unfortunately.
They do.
Yeah. So now when you block an account, it'll say blocking that person and any other accounts they may have or create.
Via their email.
So that's why we have to have another email, a burner email.
Now you have to have a burner email.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So just changing gears a little bit. So you guys have been in the UK. How long have you been in the UK for?
I think
This
like
trip.
3 weeks now.
It's like 17 days. What's the date? 18? 18 days now.
Oh, so you came on the 1st of August.
No. Actually, it's not 18 days, like 21 days. So we came on the 29th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, because I don't know if you guys know that at the moment, like South Africa is on the red list and all that stuff. So how did you manage to come? Because like,
We got American passports.
I went through Ghana, so.
So you had to do that. Okay.
That's why everyone is going through Ghana, you know.
Really? So did you spend like 2 weeks in Ghana
14 days, yeah, 2 weeks.
and then you came? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'll go back to the Ghana point because I'm interested in that. What's been like your favorite show or thing that you've done in the UK so far?
I think our favorite show will probably be the 30th. We just did a Roma now.
I don't know, but it was too packed. So I think the 30th would be the
I think
number
we basically
one show.
sold. I think there's like
30th.
I think like
If
3
y'all
tickets
niggas ain't
left.
there,
I saw like 3 tickets left this morning.
Really?
if y'all niggas ain't there,
I'm definitely there. So what can we expect on the 30th? Like what's happening?
It's a musical journey
Yeah?
oh God.
of piano, of real Amapiano music. Musical journey.
So let's talk about that journey. What does that give us a flavor? So what do you mean? Yeah.
So it's basically how we're gonna be building our sets for that day. It's gonna take you back to how piano started and where it's going. From instrumentals, a lot of instrumentals, and probably vocals at the end. A lot of vocals.
So we're just gonna be building it, yeah.
I think the musical journey is very important, and also to teach people here how you play piano, how you listen to it.
Yeah. So let's start about that journey. Like how did Amapiano start? Like what was the first song beat? Like what was your introduction to it?
Amapiano has always been there. It's just it was more on the kwaito side. So now it's basically more on the dance side. So it was kwaito mid-tempo music. But now
45.
45. So now it stands out by itself. But it comes from kwaito, Amapiano.
Okay.
It comes from the basis of kwaito. But it falls more on the dance
So
side.
piano used to be Ace, a few guys, Josiah, MFR Souls,
They're the
them two,
pioneers.
the
Couple of the Swan. They're like the
Couple of the
pioneers
Swan.
of it.
But it started so totally different. So MFR Souls just come with the loop, you know. Even if you listen to it now, it doesn't sound the same. So the sound just grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
So MFR Souls
As
are
more
DJs
people
from
got
the East
got
Side,
involved in it.
South
Yeah.
Africa.
So the more people got involved in it, the more it changed, the more it evolved.
Yeah.
And it grew.
So it's interesting that you say that it's sort of kwaito Amapiano. Because in my mind, there's sort of house music. Like
Yeah, it is
How-
that's what I'm saying. House. When I say it falls more on the dance music, it's more
Yeah,
house, more
okay.
housey,
House based.
more housey, more dance based.
yeah. Okay. And I have to ask. So I'm sure you guys know that Georgia Smith. I hope I'm saying her name right. I never know how to say her name. She put out a song recently and was like, "Oh, Piano to the World," and it was produced by I think a guy called Guilty Beats, a Ghanaian producer. And I think it's fair to say that social media kind of blew up. Some people were like, okay, this is a bop, this is interesting. And some people were just like, you know, how can you create Amapiano without South Africans, without the originators? I think Maporisa came out and he was like, oh, you know, I forget exactly what he said, but something about, you know, you can't create Amapiano and not have us sort of taking part. So I just kind of want to get your feel on how do you feel about, maybe let's not talk about Georgia Smith like in particular, because she's one example, there'll be more, but how do you feel about the evolution and possibly Amapiano being taken over? Is that the right word?
I think the evolution should happen, but just happen the right way. Yeah, I said I don't blame anyone for the advice they got, but you just need to, I think, just get more involved. If you get more involved, I don't think any mistakes or anything like that will happen. Yeah.
I just advise people just to get the South African producer to get the more authentic sound of my piano. But you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
But as an artist, right? Like, you know, most artists are, you know, interested in different genres.
100%.
And you're like, oh, you know what? This Amapiano sounds like a bop. And then you go into the studio and you create it. Is there something to be said about that license that, you know, you can wake up and be like, you know what, we like country music.
But
we're going to...
You never know where it comes from. But if I like country music, I'll always, in my back of my head, try to get the source of where it's coming from. You know? Build it from there, especially if I'm a big artist. Because I just don't want to dabble into something I don't know.
Yeah.
So I always rather go get it from the source.
Yeah. Okay. And how important do you think it is for Amapiano as a genre to kind of, you know, grow into the European, American markets?
It's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. I think it'll give more life to the brand. I mean, to the genre. I think it also commercialize it.
100%.
And when you commercialize it, that's when you have chances to win Grammys, to win international awards. Yeah.
Bandile, what do you think?
100%. Exactly what he's saying. It needs to grow, you know. It needs to go into that direction. We need to be able to be on the world stage. So we have to let it go. We have to let it grow.
Yeah.
You know.
And then have you guys heard the new Wizkid remix with Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
The Essence.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
You heard it in studio with him.
Dope.
When we were here.
What, with Wizkid?
I think it's
I think it's Africa time. It's Africa time. Okay.
It's a very good step Wizkid took, you know. And they've known each other for a while, so for them to do that this time at the right time, it's perfect.
Wasn't on a track that doesn't do anything. So now it's, as I'm saying, Africa time now.
Yeah. So I guess that the two examples of the Georgia Smith and then the Wizkid, it's different, sort of like the different ends of the spectrum, right? Yeah. Because
100%.
I felt like Justin Bieber complimented. He didn't like Bieberify the track, but I did see a lot of like people on social media saying, "Well, the song does say we don't need no other body."
I didn't even see that. Did they say
Africans are like that. Don't worry about them too much.
So they also fought Justin Bieber for that?
They won't fight.
Did they fight him for that?
Well, I mean, you can't. Well,
you can't fight.
To the extent you can fight with a few characters on Twitter.
How are you gonna fight with the pop star?
But it's the whole stuff like
pop star.
Purists versus.
Yes.
People always feel like someone's taking something.
Even
I think that's how
it's gonna be like
I think
that.
that's how us black people have grown up. Like always thinking of someone taking. Maybe because they've always taken from us. So
They want to protect it as much as possible.
yeah. I don't blame them, but we need to think better than that now as Africans. Yeah, just own it, but let them take it. Own it.
Yeah, I think that's an important point that you talk about ownership, because I know you guys are quite entrepreneurial with the stuff that you've done with the balcony mix and the like. So what has that been like, that entrepreneurial journey? Because I think that's why a lot of people complain, because it's acknowledging that we never own things, but then you guys are building stuff and you're owning. So what has been the key ingredient to, really building and owning your brand?
I think owning is very important.
Ownership is the most important thing.
And we business minded, so we're always thinking like
when you have any business thought or any idea, ownership is the best thing to do.
Sometimes you make less money than your employees, but when you do make money, it's like because the business is working. Sometimes you have to work for the business.
Yeah.
The business needs to work,
Yeah.
But ownership is very important, trust me. It's very important.
Definitely.
Or the idea always must be ownership. Even if now you don't own it.
Yeah.
But you build towards owning it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. I want to go back to Ghana, because you talked about that, you guys were in Ghana. How has the West African market sort of received you? What has that been like? Who have you kind of worked with in West Africa or in Ghana that you're like, we really enjoyed this?
Yeah, we went to so many people. It's crazy.
Boy. What's it? Unique, is her name?
Gaiki. You know Gaiki?
Yes.
Who else?
Take something with the Easy.
Mr. Easy. Diamond Platinum.
Effa.
Yeah, Whiskey, Tio Savage.
Yeah.
It's quite a few.
So many people.
It's quite a few.
We did a song right now with World called Stamina.
Is it
now?
out?
Actually, yeah.
Right.
Dropped last week. Stamina World. With Maya Kun. With Naira Mali. With Zeno.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
That's cool. So okay. So when you say you the songs that you've done with them, because I was listening to your interview with Three Shots, and you're talking about, I think people are now calling it Afropiano, which is sort of like the fusion.
I don't know what that was.
The fusion of Amapiano and Afro beats. And I think you guys made the point that it should be distinct.
Yeah.
It's Amapiano. I don't know if I have to call it Afro.
Why Afropiano? Amapiano. I think that's dope. I think we must leave it there.
And not try and...
Not Afro dancehall. We've never heard of the Afro dancehall. So it's Amapiano.
Or dancehall beats.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought
So
about
just
that.
leave it the way it is, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, you heard it. They say
Yeah, leave it. It's Amapiano.
Just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Let it be celebrated like that. And
Yeah.
keep the train moving.
Yeah.
Banele Bandile. My name is Xolie. I'm the other half of Girl in Skies podcast. I'm so gutted that I couldn't be there with Matt to record this episode with you. But I absolutely love you guys. I love your music. I love your work. I love your art. And I had a few questions for you. So I hope you can spare some time to answer them for me. But yeah, I'm hoping that you're having a great time in London. I'm hoping you're enjoying your events that you've been holding and hosting. Yeah, I wish you guys the very best. My very first question to you is, and it is to you both. I have been reading about you guys. So I know that you were born in America and that your father was musical. So I'm assuming this is what kind of led you into the world of music. I wondered, what was it like growing up in a creative family? What was that like? And did they encourage your musical side, your musical talents? So just give us a bit of a breakdown of what it was like. Did they push? Was there a time they're like, leave this into their music and concentrate on your books? Because I just think, thinking about my background and how I grew up, the things that were pushed for me were always, there was no time for, din din din, there's no time for music, there's no time for everything else. It was just always get on with your books. So what was that like growing up in a musical or creative family?
Yeah, growing up in a music and creative family, it wasn't...
There's music playing every day.
There's music playing every day, and
so the house is never quiet. 1, 2.
My dad was playing piano all the time, so he
made us go do piano lessons from a very young age.
So we actually didn't want to do piano lessons, but he made us do it.
So it was like an extramural.
So he made us do piano as one of our extramurals. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it was... we're in a space where they forced us not to focus on music and creative stuff. We're actually in a space where they liked us to do music and be in a creative space and go see paintings, go see art things.
He's very arty-like.
So my father was really like that. Go see statues, buy statues for the house. So we're in a space where that was celebrated,
Really African boy thing.
But we love sports and stuff, so yeah.
Next question is, I know you guys have been busy in the last week or so that you've been here. You've been doing your live balcony mixes. You did a mix at 3 Shots Keith's house, where you did a tribute to Mbura. You did live mixes at No Signal Radio. You've got sold out shows. I know your up and coming show in Manchester is already sold out. I wondered, what do you guys do to relax? I'll tell you, the reason I ask is when I am when I'm stressed, if I'm going through stuff, I will listen to music. So music is my go-to. So if I'm working, I listen to music because I feel like it helps me kind of relax. It helps me kind of maybe think a bit better. I don't know. But it does something to me, and I really enjoy having music in the background. But what do you guys do as you're already in the music field? Is there a particular artist that you enjoy? Is there a particular genre that you listen to? I'm curious. Let me know.
What I do to relax, I like being by myself and calling my son, just talking to him, just listen to what he's saying, what he thinks. For me, that helps me, I think, just to be normal. So I'll call him FaceTime, talk to him, and then I just like silence and just relax. Okay, I think I fall asleep.
I think it would be for me, before I broke my leg, it was gym, Every morning I need to make sure I go to gym so I can think straight and focus on the day. Because when you're in gym, no one's bothering you in your headphones. Put your phone on, don't disturb, so you can just be by yourself and think about the things you need to do, what you need to accomplish.
You know just how much influence you have over people, over different races, different ethnicities, different people from different countries. Do you know just how much influence you have on people? You seem like such humble, down-to-earth guys. And it just occurred to me. It was do you know, Nali, when you're walking there, do you ever look at yourself and yeah, I am Banele, or I'm Bandile from Major Leagues. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about the influence and the power that you have over others? Because I was also reading your Spotify bio, and you talk about your versatility, your unique DJ style, how the kids look up to you, while all the guys want to be you. So I just wondered, do you, and how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that pressure of being so influential?
I think I just I don't even think about it too much. I don't even think about it. I don't even think I'm famous. until I'm out there with people. But for me, it's just like every day, you know, take one day at a time and have fun. I think the most important thing is to have fun. So don't let anything get your head. And also, there's both of us. So if someone gets it to their head, you can tell them, hey, chill out. Like, you know.
I don't think it's that hectic now. Maybe if I was Dreezy or something. But right now, we're just popular people.
Yeah, we're just happy.
Very last question to you guys is, so my favorite song from Piano Cella is Dinaledi. And I think it's probably one of many people's favorites. When I listened to that song for the first time, and when I listen to the song even now, it takes me to a place like I want to kind of pack my bags and go on a road trip. You know, I want to, and it's not just any road trip, it's a road trip where I feel like I'm back home, you know, and I'm just driving and I'm listening to that song. I absolutely love it. And that's where it takes me to. What kind of feelings or emotions were you hoping to bring out in people when they listened to that song?
I wanted people to tell the truth, I just wanted people to have a lot of love. I thought it was like a love type of song. Like, yo, this is for me and my person. This is gonna be our song. Like, I didn't even think it was gonna blow up like that, but I just thought it was gonna be like on girls' phones. Like, they share it amongst each other and they say it to each other or amongst their partners. You know, that's what my thought was with Dinaledi. But I always thought that Impossible has always been someone that stands out. Amazing artist. So she hit it on the nail.
I always felt like, yeah, Dinaledi, I didn't think it was going to be that big. I had my cards on other songs, you know. But how special that song is because of the texture of Mpo's voice, you know, and the person she's become. So it's a whole journey of what she's done with the collaboration with Major League, which I understand why it went and blew up the way it did.
Cool. So you talked about growing up in America, and I wanted to to touch on. I saw an interview that you did, and I know you've talked about your father in the past. And I saw a clip where he was talking about the Bantu law amendments, and he was quite political. I know he was an ambassador.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to just find out from you guys, has any one of you kind of caught the politics bug from your dad, or like do you
What?
Maybe yes. Have you?
What's the hands for now?
Just play.
What's going on? This guy is sick-minded or what?
I'm joking. My brother has it. My brother has caught it. I think we all like politics. But it's like not deep into it, you know.
Yeah, I do have it. I understand. I read about it. I watch. I'm very political.
Oh, he's not watching enough, but he's watching.
okay? So
I could do much more, but it keeps me entertained.
yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Politics is quite interesting. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Like, you guys live in South Africa. There's been a lot of things that have been happening, you know, in South Africa with Zuma arrest and all that sort of stuff.
100%.
What is your feeling about just the state of South Africa at the moment?
Oh, I think there's a lot of change happening. That's why a lot of things are happening. You know, we come from a serious era where there was apartheid and everything, and I think now that the people that were born out of it
Have a different view about it.
have a different view, totally different view from the ones who were there, who faced it. So I think like the ruling party is a liberating party, and I think now they need to change their strategy and be more of a youth, more youth, more future building. You know, I think it's time for not even just the thing, but I just think it's time for all parties to build young and strong leaders, you know. So I think that's what's happening now, and we probably will see it later.
We're looking for more economic freedom now. There's freedom and then there's economic freedom.
So I think
we're in that phase of starting something bigger than the freedom we had, you know.
Yeah.
And the 90s kids are looking for economic freedom. They're looking for ownership.
yeah, same happened with record labels. I think record labels were big, and then people started being indie and starting their own thing. So I think that's what's happening with the politics in South Africa now. That young people are just starting their own thing, and that's where actually the leadership is coming in. That's why people like Julius Malema and them
100%.
are controlling a narrative, because it's like, and we need more of them. So at the end of the day, maybe a coalition government will even be better. So no one has the right to say this has to go like this. We have to discuss it amongst all three or all two parties, and then the decision's made. So I think that's where it's going now. But so things are gonna happen. If you wanna get arrested,
Things are going to be unstable.
that's what evolution does. You know, things are gonna be unstable for some time, but I believe it will come back and be
It's gonna
a
be
beautiful
fine
country
again.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to go through it.
Okay. No, you literally like answered the next two questions that I had, because I was going to ask you about Julius Malema, but you kind of led me there, and you talked about it. So, and I think you've said that we need more of Julius.
Young
young people.
leaders, even if they're not like Julius, but just young, different minds, young people who think they can, not think, but
Economic
who
freedom.
believe who can run a country.
You don't want physical freedom, you want economic freedom.
You know, so I think
Because you guys are well traveled, right? And you have fans everywhere.
100%.
Yeah. So I remember there was a time where there's this lady on Twitter, like she's a social media influencer. She goes by Tony Tone, and she was playing Dinaledi. And you know, she was like, oh, you know, really like this. And then a lot of South African Twitter found her, because they were like, oh, because she was like, oh, you know, I really love the song. And then people were like, oh, you know, this is who the song is by. And then people gave her a South African name. We're like, oh, we're going to call you Naledi, and then we're going to call and then her whole family got involved, right? Her brother, they gave her a name, or Tamis or whatever, right? She's Black British but of Nigerian heritage, right? And then I think she just posted something about being like of Nigerian heritage, and then some of the kind of like xenophobic comments like from South African Twitter sort of, you know, were in her because I think they thought she's Black British, right? And then when she was like, yeah, Black British but I'm Nigerian, and then like just the Nigerian part attracted a lot of
So what do people say?
Nigerians and all that xenophobic comments, right? So I guess my question is like, with you guys being well traveled and you have fans all over the world, and you know we're talking about South Africa and particularly some of the issues that SA has had with xenophobia, like, and I know like Julius Malema is really kind of strong like about fighting xenophobia. Like, what are your kind of thoughts on that? On, you know, maybe some people in South Africa kind of feeling like, oh, there are all these immigrants in our country taking jobs.
I think Africa should be one. You know, people who are willing to work, allow them to work. You know, we shouldn't be boxing anyone from working. You know, I think South Africans need to understand that we all need to work. You know, we will offer you the jobs first, but don't come to the line, then business has to continue, you know. You know, we're not saying you shouldn't be first priority or anything like that.
Yeah.
We understand that, and you should get first priority, but business needs to continue.
So what happens here when a Black person takes a lower price for a job? I'm saying here in London, what happens? Or there's a standard price. You can't go lower.
There's wages prices.
Yeah, so there's minimum.
But that also happens in Africa, but they still complain.
Yeah, there's a minimum wage, but you are right that like we had, I think, like a lot of when there was a lot of migration from Eastern Europe, the complaint was, oh, people are taking our jobs. But actually, it's people. I mean, no one wants to do those jobs. You know, like doing care work. You know, doing street cleaning, like really vital roles. But if the local people are not doing it, then obviously, like.
So the local people here didn't want to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to do it. So, you know, if foreigners are going to come and do the jobs, then...
So there was a complaint. They're like, why are they getting all the work?
Yeah, but you're not applying for the jobs. You're not doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Business has to continue.
So, yeah.
That's good. So that's exactly why there's tax and all of that. So it's all of those things building. You know? And you know, South Africans will say, no, they don't want to do it. They're not going to do that.
I don't believe in that, and I think we should be sticking together and not fighting each other. And there's always ways of discussing these things through trade unions, through meetings, you know, with municipalities. We shouldn't be fighting.
Yeah. No, well said. Shifting gears a little bit. So I wanted to talk a little bit about baseball because I read that like the inspiration for the name Major League was from baseball because you guys are baseball fans and you guys played baseball.
Yeah.
Do you still follow baseball? Like, what's your favorite team?
Not really.
Not really?
Nah. When I was a kid, yes.
Uh-huh.
Now it's bad.
I haven't followed baseball in a long time, man.
Yeah.
It's bad now.
What sport do you follow?
Right now, I'm not even following any sports. I watch a bit of soccer, you know. Bit of F1. I was watching the Olympics. It's dope.
I think I was following the Olympics more than anything.
Yeah. Soccer.
Soccer is alright. Just so Messi just went to PSG now.
NBA.
NBA. I'm just touching it, but I love basketball.
I touch bases here and there.
Yeah.
The NBA. Yeah.
Which basketball team do you support?
You.
Right now.
Golden State.
Curry. Okay.
But I've been watching Curry since he was in varsity. So
Really?
for me, it's like I knew he's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
Cool.
The Golden State. The Lakers now.
He gave Golden State a few championships. That's crazy.
Maybe it's the Lakers now?
Underdog.
Oh, because the Lakers have got what's his name?
LeBron.
Lala's husband. What's his name?
Anthony's
Carmelo Anthony. Yeah.
I'm saying LeBron.
He's moving to the Lakers.
Yeah, he is. I'm saying it's LeBron's home though.
Yeah.
Hollywood. You must know when you play for Lakers, it's Hollywood.
Crazy.
It's
LeBron.
the day will drive. It's everything.
One team.
When you pull up, it's like, yo, man, we out here. Staples Center. You know what I mean?
And
Yo, if you play for LA,
team.
it's a movie. Every other day you're seeing models. It's crazy.
But
It's not like you're in
LeBron
Chicago or
LeBron
something.
and Carmelo Anthony in one team? Problem.
Really?
It's crazy.
Plus they won last summer, so
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Carmelo's in LA now. Rodeo Drive. It's crazy.
But Carmelo Anthony is a very relaxed guy. So very nice dude.
Let's have a collab with my father.
The clothing guy. Okay. So I think you mentioned that you guys are going to America after this. Like, which part of America are you going? Are you performing out there or?
Performing in studio New York.
Okay.
I think Chicago. I'm not sure if it's Atlanta.
There are a few
And
shows.
then Canada as well.
Okay. So if people are watching and they're interested, like, I guess the links are in your...
Yeah. We're putting out the proper schedule like next week
Okay.
of the US thing tour.
Yeah.
But it's more of a building thing. It's shows, but we're shooting like balcony mix and shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there's quite a few people that watch from the States, so they'll be interested. Okay.
We might do his tour as well.
What?
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Really?
Really?
Okay, I'm trying to get WizKid tickets, guys. Like
For which
for the
one?
London, for the November show.
Oh, hey, might pull up for that one.
Yeah, but those
Can
are the
you
hard
can you,
That's a
can you hook me
Sunday.
up?
I can imagine how his phone is going off.
I have to speak to him. But I have to speak to, like, to his family, you know?
I
more
can
tickets.
imagine how that phone is going off.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because people are complaining because I think he's got quite a few shows in the States and then he only had one date in London. And people are like, we've been supporting WizKid since the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
he needs to open up another date.
yeah, I think he said there's a second date, but hopefully there'll be more. But okay, let's go back to your headline show. So I know you said that you're going to be taking us through a journey. Like, are there going to be surprise acts or,
Hey, maybe.
guests and stuff?
A lot of things can happen on the day.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to give out all the surprises, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to confirm stuff, but yeah, we talk so those things happen.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite song, sort of right now? Just generally.
Aribuyanga.
Who's that by?
It's by ourselves, Amos and Josiah.
Ah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's the favorite song from your album, from Piano Cella?
Mine. I think
I would say
Pele to piano
Coachella.
to Coachella.
Okay.
That's my favorite
It's
song.
Coachella is too much.
Spirit Chasers on What's the Level. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Coachella will be my
But I don't like really having favorites, but something I can vibe to right now. I
Yeah.
think that I'll choose those songs.
Yeah. And what's been your favorite balcony mix so far that you've done? That you look back and you're like, I can listen to this and watch this over and over again.
I think Balkan Mix 5,
It's 4.
4 or 5.
Okay, mix 4.
So it's definitely 4 for you and then 5. Okay. So we'll check those. And how do people get invited?
If you just know us, we invite you, but
Really?
there's no guest list or anything like that.
Yeah.
We wanted to do the dome for an actual party to celebrate Balcony Mix, but they bought the dome, so we're looking for another venue.
Cool. So okay. So if we know you, so hopefully I was 6 degrees of separation. Hopefully I'm now 5. No, that's fine. But before we kind of end this part, just anything else about like UK, London that you've enjoyed or that you've been like, oh, I'm surprised. Like, why are these people like this?
Nah. I think we're all human beings. We act different. It's not a specific way London people should act or UK people. So.
Yeah. And also, I guess, just kind of thinking about when you go to different places, do you try and sort of like link up with local DJs that are doing their thing? I know you guys did the balcony mix like at Keith's house, and I saw you guys had DJ Xolie, like Room 28.
Yeah, it's cool to link with them.
Yeah. So do you try and do that like wherever you go?
Yeah, it's cool to link with them.
Yeah, I like to
Always
look
good
at
to
the culture.
understand what's happening with the culture, so it's important to link with people like that.
Yeah.
Very important.
Okay. Cool. So we'll just end this round like with a quick fire round, right? So just quickly, I'll ask you some questions. Okay. So, texting or calling?
Texting.
I like calling.
Calling? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who would win this versus, right? Usher or Justin Timberlake?
Usher.
Usher, yeah. Okay. What about Jay-Z versus Nas?
Jay.
Yeah.
In terms of what?
If there was a versus, have you guys been watching the versus?
Oh, versus.
Yeah.
Jay.
I think Jay will though.
J, of course. J, of course.
Not J.
Yeah? Okay. And then last one.
J has to win.
Okay, so if you had to choose someone to feature on a project that you did, right? Either Shwi Nomtegela, the Maskandi guys, or Freddie Gwala.
Freddie.
Yeah. Like, I'm going old school now.
The Maskandi guys.
Yeah.
The Maskandi guys. Shooting Shwala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good answer because those are my favorite guys. I'm a big Shri fan. Okay. And then just, so we asked our Patreon guys to send us any questions that they had for you guys, right? So I've got just 2 questions from our Patreon guys. So Stacy asked, hey guys, since you've been in London, what has been your favorite restaurant to go to? I don't know if you guys have been.
I haven't even been to a restaurant.
You haven't?
I've been working so much.
Yeah.
Just maybe ordering Uber Eats. It's Mr. Delivery.
Uber Eats. Okay. And then Mgini says, hey guys, I'm based in Canada. Do you guys have any plans to come to Toronto?
September.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
We coming there. We on the way, baby.
Yeah? Okay, so you're going to be in the 6th in September.
Straight girl.
Cool.
Straight girl.
Soldier. What do you think about Soldier Boy? I think like he's like a cultural icon at this point.
He's just having fun. I think he's having fun.
doing his thing.
Yeah.
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 More like a legend.
Give him his props.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And are you guys still looking to have that Rihanna collaboration?
Hey, that's the biggest dream.
Yeah.
A billionaire on a song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Miss Billy.
We'll put it out there. We'll put it in the atmosphere. Hopefully, it'll happen.
Miss
Miss Billy. You joking?
Who's Miss Biggie?
Miss Billy.
Oh, Miss Billy. Oh,
You're a
God.
billionaire now. Oh.
Yeah. But isn't it funny that she had that song that was like, bitch, but I have my money. And then now she's got the money.
Yes,
You have to put it in the air.
Exactly. You have to put it in the air. Okay. And then final question from me. 5 years from now, like, what's the dream? What's happening?
Be chilling. Having Miss Billy on music, chilling at the Grammys, working with playing at the biggest dance festivals in the world.
Yeah.
You know, just being me, having fun, having a house in
On the way to the Billy.
having a house in Portugal, one in America,
You know what I'm saying?
and just home in South Africa. So just living my life, slides on.
On the way to the Billy.
On the way to the Billy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just having fun, like, yo, these guys are just cool guys. That's all I want.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Banele Bandile. Thank you so much for your time. We've been Getting Stars Podcast. Guys, check them out wherever you are. Like, follow them because they're coming to a city near you.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.